Today, on this October the 31st, we're looking at Masters of the Universe Origins Skeleton Warriors. Alright, here they are in the box from Mattel Creations. I can't think of a more Halloween-y set to open. This is what the beautiful box art looks like. Come on, look at that. There's Skeletor up there. There's all these skeletons here. I guess I should have gotten multi-packs of these so that I could have... I'm not sure how thin these are. Do they really fit in with Masters of the Universe? Are they like those skeletons that you could get at the Home Depot? I'm not sure. I wish I had those nearby. Maybe I do. Maybe I'll check for those at the end of this video. But until then, we're opening up this box. Did I show you all angles? Not really. So good. I always miss something on the box and don't mention it. We have this. We've gotten this. We've opened up the Palace Guard, which was also one of those deluxe sets, except you only got one guard in there, and you could mix and match them to do what you wanted with them. And I appear not to have the right scissors standing by either, but we'll do this. We'll get into here. There's two pieces of tape on each side. I never want to hurt this beautiful, beautiful artwork, so always want to be careful opening it up. Oh, it looks like I got a dent in it already. I might have dropped it a few times with it floating around. Okay, here we go. Popped it open. Hopefully that's all we have to do. I like when the artwork spills over on the tabs. When you flatten these boxes, it stands out. It looks like we got a special mini comic. It looks like it's bigger than other mini comics. Did I show this? I assume these glow in the dark. I have a lot of things. I have bins of my Masters of the Universe action figures, and I'll have them sitting on my desk, and then I'll see these sections of them glowing because there are so many different characters that glow. Here, without the glare of the cover packaging, amazing. They are thinner than your average Masters of the Universe action figure. They do not have the regular buck. This is really taped in there. I don't know why they did that, but we have to take the mini comic out. They just did a plain colored background, which seems to be a trend now for the internal packaging of these things. Hopefully they've got the fold. Yeah, I'm just gonna, we'll contend with this later. No, that's not gonna work. I don't know how to save this stuff. I don't know if to collapse these boxes. I don't know if to, I mean, I have to save them. The artwork is so great, but they take up a lot of space. Oh, I just answered my own question. Definitely want to collapse them, and then I'll be able to store more of them. Sometimes I collapse them and then I don't think and throw this stuff out, and I don't know. I keep changing my mind what to save, what to keep. This is the very special comic book, only an American release, so not international. So we do have the text in this comic. The artwork looks different, and maybe it does. It looks darker and kind of more hand-drawn, even though it is probably also digital, because that's where we are these days, unfortunately. I'm such an analog kind of person, but that is the beautiful artwork, and I do like that it is very comic-y. It's super comic-y this time, I guess because it's kind of got some, I don't know, do I ever really pay attention? Do I ever go back and read these? I have to admit, I never have. Well, mostly because the ones we get in Canada don't even have anything for you to read. It says Daddy there. Not a very good reader either. Alright, I love that these come with reused weapons that we've seen before. Especially they come with like Castle Grayskull weapons, which is awesome. I do have my two favorite new figures standing by to compare sizes with, maybe because they just looked so thin. This shield I believe we did get with Castle Grayskull. And then this is the Whiplash spear that also I believe came with King Randor and Castle Grayskull, at least in the original. I like these green colors. This, if I'm not mistaken, is a Ram Man. Shouldn't that have another connection piece on it? A Ram Man axe? Am I mistaken there? I love this color. I guess it's because it's the same color as him. Is it really the same color as him? Yeah, it pretty much is the same color as him. And then this mace. I'm pretty sure I've seen this before. Not a Castle Grayskull weapon, but a really great barbaric weapon. Hey, if you know where we've seen this before, let me know. Maybe we haven't seen it before. I don't think I have seen it before, at least not something I've opened. The traditional sword that's like the weapons pack. Well, not weapons pack, but I think they did put it in the weapons pack as well. And many faces, many weapons came with that. That's designed after the one that came with the Castle Grayskull rack. And then we have this scythe that came with the Castle Grayskull rack. So we do get 1, 2, 3, 4 of the inspired ones. There was the 2 pistols and another axe, I think. I'm just trying to remember. The big gun, which, look, they're not including guns. I guess guns are more violent than beating people with, barbaric tools. I guess that's more approved by, they take out the guns and then include. I'm not a gun supporter, don't get me wrong. All right, here is what the skeleton warrior looks like. It looks like they have used regular Skeletor's feet. I'm never prepared. I never know what I'm going to come up with here. Like I should have a Skeletor to see if these are the exact Skeletor feet. And do you know what it didn't come with? It doesn't have one of those schematic papers. It doesn't tell me. Oh, you know what they do? Oh, we do have to open up the other box. I forgot. On these deluxe figures, they will put that stuff on the inside tabs. It appears I just opened the wrong side. Now, this is a guess. It's just an experience-educated guess, and guess what? I was wrong. So I don't see that. They usually do put the instructions written somewhere where they can be taken apart. So, I mean, this gotta come off. I'm afraid. Like, it's an Origins figure. Okay, this part came off. The head came off. They're a little thinner, though. The arm come out? Is it a Tila arm? Is it a regular peg arm? I'm very curious. Do Tila and the regular arms have different arms? Well, it's definitely not a Tila. It seems to be. Okay, yeah. So it is the same joint pieces as before on the boys. The armor comes off, though. I definitely got to see what happens there. Okay, and then this part comes off. This is a regular loincloth piece. These have to come off. It's so scary. They're so thin. Oh, okay, it does. It does come off, and it's gotta be a standard Skeletor boot. Okay, let's compare the two of them. So it's really cool that they gave them so many weapons. I guess I should have got multiples of these. I wonder if there are multiples. To tell you the truth, I'm not there are so many characters anyway. I don't understand why you need why you need to get these warrior packs. I mean, I guess people like it. There's so many properties and things that have like armies of, but why can't all the different bad guys be the army? That's kind of how I see it. Now I want to see how different these are. They are exactly the same. So there is no difference. The face is the same, the armor's the same, the body's the same, the head's the same, the gloves, they just painted them different. So I guess, is the loincloth the same? I'll mix them up, just in case it's not the same. Yeah, they both have black loincloths. Did the same from the bottom down, as far as I know. And then they just painted this part differently. And then I guess you can buy multiples of them and give them each 2 different weapons or 1 weapon each. And I mean, you could give one guy with 2 scythes. This would be cool too. Come on, 2 shield guy. Kind of like that concept. I just came up with that on my own. The head is like this, and they painted one in, I guess you could mix the orange one with the silver one. So yeah, I guess that's why they did it, to give all kinds of variations. But I do want to see what this skeleton body looks like on its own without any interruptions. I really wish the helmet came off though. Just to have a simple skeleton would be great. But they are really thin. But they're skeletons. But I'm kind of confused because, Skeletor is a skeleton, yet in Masters of the Universe land, he still had huge muscles. Here, his shoulders are very muscular bones. But yeah, much thinner, not as thin as a female figure. And then he's got this huge booty because he still has the standard loincloth on, which I never did understand why they didn't make the hip joint, the ball joint. That would have been so much better to make this a total piece that could be mixed and matched. So you could change your underwear every once in a while, and they didn't do that. I mean, on this figure, you might be able to do it. You can see the inner workings. I know that people do heat these up and switch out the legs, and that is a possibility. Of course, I do have some experience breaking these, mostly on the WWE Superstars. Actually, just the giant guy, which I still haven't fixed, which I was going to do a toy ploy kind of fixing the Andre the Giant action figure that broke. I have an idea, and I've got parts to do it, but I just haven't done it yet. It'll be really cool to see him glow. Hey, I've got this light here. You can kind of see through him. There is the mechanisms holding him together. Kind of looks like skeleton under his skeleton, which is kind of cool. And I really like the design. Hopefully you're able to see clearly. He is very bright and translucent. I like it. I don't like the armor so much. I have to be totally honest with you. Maybe it's painted too much. It might be the fact that it's a little halter top. Be interesting to see if it fits on other bodies. Of course it wouldn't, but you know what? It could. Also, what I don't understand is the horde symbol. So why is there a bat on its chest if it is maybe if I look in the comic book, this art is really nice, and I didn't mention that the cover of the art was so nice. I think this is telling the story of why this barbarian has the armor. Oh, what I was starting to say is this would probably fit really well on one of the female characters. Let's see if I can do that. Is the sorceress normal? Darn, the sorceress isn't normal. I do have her here. At least I can try. Too bad I don't have Tila. You could use this as a Tila or a put it on, what's her name? Princess of Power, She-Ra. Put it on and make her Despera kind of thing. I also need to see what it looks like if you put the purple loincloth. That will be able to go on other characters too. I wonder who that belongs to. Have we seen this before? Have we seen that in upcoming? Somebody else is going to be reusing that loincloth for sure. If we mix the silver and the purple together, you can also create a different outfit. It really just looks like Christine. No, it looks like one of those Disney pop star girl, Britney Spears. Kind of like a kilt skirt dancing thing, kinda. But okay, and then their hands make it so you can fit. They have tiny little hands. I don't know. I can't believe they didn't give us drawings. The hands do come out. Are they the same? Is that the same peg or is that the girl peg? No, it's the same peg. So you can like give your figures tiny little bone hands if you want, which doesn't really make sense. They really did scale these down. I think that they should have made them female compatible, but I guess they wanted, yeah, if they're going to make them small, but I guess they wanted you to be able to mix and match bone parts. It would make sense that it's thinner without the flesh and the muscle on it. And if you put a bone arm on one of your figures, that is kind of cool. And maybe it's cool, and maybe they look good together. They look good as a pair. I don't know about on its own with all of the color action going on, but when you put them together, that kind of looks cool too. But I'm a monochrome kind of guy, so it's hard for me not to put them like that. The armor does look kind of silly, though. It looked good on that barbarian guy in the comic book. But I love the amount of weapons they get. Yeah, I guess I find these figures a bit silly. I don't know how to get this in his hand. The thumb, it's really tight. Actually, maybe that's not even a gripping hand. Maybe just one of the hands has a much tighter grip than the other guy. Oh, I guess you can squeeze. Yeah, there's not... I think you can squeeze it. I don't want to risk it, to tell you the truth. So the ones that you can't slide in, I am skeptical about doing it, and that is just the mace. And it's a tight fit, which is great because they do hold on to the weapons very, very well. But if I am going to give just 2 weapons, I will be giving the shield, which the shield barely clips onto a regular action figure. I'm doing it. I'm stretching the thumb around. And, okay, because the hand is a tight grip, you can do that. That shield is a much thinner handle than on these two, so I am skeptical to squeeze their thumb around there. I don't want to stress out the plastic or anything, but they look great with their weapons too. There is a little too much color going on for me. I would have preferred maybe solid black weapon armor with just a little, they could have painted this. I kind of like that there is a horde connection. I hope that there's a story there that does connect the guy and the bone guys, because they're ancient, I guess, to the horde. I should read the comic, so I know what I'm talking about isn't made up, but I like my own lore anyway. Like Tila joining the Snake Men, because it only makes sense because she wears a snake headdress. Alright, I've talked way too much about these. I really like them. I don't really like them. I like them. I love their weapons. I think their weapons are the best part about them, and I wish their helmets came off because I want to take their armor and helmets off. I do like how the bones meet the boots. All right, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Happy Halloween. We'll see you next time.